So let's talk about what is a skillionaire. A skillionaire. A skillionaire is something that you're skilled at. So how do you figure out what your skill is? It goes back to what your gift is, because a lot of people talk about passion. What's your passion? Nobody cares what your passion is. You need money to pay for your passion. You guys know that, right? You can't be in your passions. You have to work in your gifts, right? It says honor your gifts, not honor your passions. So you have to say, well, what is my gift? So how do you know something is a gift for you? It's a very simple question. What do you do that's easy that most people find difficult? That's the question you have to write down. Write it down. What do you do that's easy for you and difficult for most people? What do you do that's easy for you that's difficult for most people? And you may write down 5 or 10 things, right? Some people have a fear of public speaking, right? I don't have that. It's a gift that I have. I don't have a fear of public speaking, right? So my gift, which turns into a skill, which turns into a meal. You guys get it? So work into your gift. What's easy for me that most people find difficult? And that may be 2 or 3 things. It may be 1 thing. I promise you have a gift. You wouldn't be on this planet if you didn't have a gift. All of us have a gift. So once you figure out what that gift is, we have to align your gift with a career path or entrepreneurship path or whatever that thing may be. Because some real estate agents think they're an entrepreneur, right? But an entrepreneur is a risk taker and a business owner. So how do you know if you're an entrepreneur versus just a worker? Now, this is going to hit hard for some people, right? If your business does not make money, if you're not involved, you're not a business owner, right? You work there. You're an employee, even if it's just you. To have a business, your business has to make money whether you're dead or alive, right? So that's the difference between a business is and a person that calls himself an entrepreneur. That's really just a worker for themselves, right? I have a cousin like that in Iowa, and I work with him all the time. I'm like, dude, like you have to be able to make money in your business without you being involved. And so we implemented a couple systems. He lives in Iowa. He sells soap to farmers to clean all their machinery on their factories. So when we first started this about 3 years ago, he was making about $150,000. So he called me at the end of last year because he's my cousin. We're born 6 days apart. We're the same age. He said, I made over $500,000 with the stuff that we did. All we did was add a couple VAs to his business to call a client list that has 7,000 people that when he bought the company years ago, he had a client list. And I'm saying, okay, you're going to see people face to face. But what if we could get 2 or 3 people for $5 or $6 an hour, just calling your client list, selling the same product? And he's like, old school kind of thinking, right? He's not progressive. I'm from LA. He's from the Midwest, right? And so he's like, well, they're going to be dealing with people's credit cards and things of that nature. I'm like, okay, yes. So then let's put systems in place where you don't have to worry about all that, right? Where people have access to people's credit cards and things of that nature, right? Because we all pay with credit card on. We have subscriptions, and the person that we're dealing with all the time, they don't have access to our full credit card numbers, right? Maybe only the 4 digits. So that's already resolved about a decade or more ago. So his business went to about $150,000 to $531,000. So he 4X'd his business, right? He 4X'd his business from the time that we sat down and met. Within two and a half years, he went to over $500,000. So, and that's only from just tweaking one thing in his business so he could help other people become skillionaires. So he's obviously on his way to becoming a millionaire, right? So now all he has to do is what? Instead of adding 2 people, just add 2 more, right? Because 500, they made 500, 2 more people can help them make 500. It's just simple math, right? You got 7,000 people. Most of us will never be able to get to those people. All right, so a skillionaire. What's easy for you that most people find difficult? You might want to type in the chat,